Okay, so when it comes to manifestation and illness and death, there's a few things that people are not clear on. Okay? Can you manifest better health? Yes, absolutely. Can you manifest a disease to go away? Yes, you can. I believe when I had my tumor years back and the mass was removed, etc., that I manifested my way out of that. I really do. But hear me out when I tell you, we all have our time, right? I do believe, and this is my belief, and it might make sense to some, that before we come here, we already have our exit. We've chosen our exit. We know when we're going to go. We know what time we're going to go. We know what day, what year, and how we're going to go, right? We all have to go sometime. And I know that's difficult for people to hear. So this is one reason why you can manifest someone getting better versus manifesting someone not getting better. Even though you're doing everything right. You're doing sats, you're doing scripting, you're doing affirmations, you're doing whatever. And no matter what, it's not working. Like you are trying so hard to get this done, but it's not happening. The person's getting worse. They're not getting better. It's a very, very hard realization that you got to face. We cannot save everyone. That is their soul contract as source. There I am, as much as you are, I am, as much as I am. And they have their contract with source, which is God, just like I do, just like you do. And if it's actually their time, there ain't no amount of manifestation in this world, if it is truly meant to be their time, that you can do scripting, sats, praying, affirmations, whatever, meditation, that you can do that is going to keep them here. All right? Their mission is coming to an end. They are transcending to another state, another realm, so to speak, basically. Because we don't die, we switched realms. So, remember, I'm quantum, so, my beliefs are quantum. That's my old hound dog, by the way. He's 19, so you have to forgive him. But you can't be like, man, the law doesn't work. Screw this. I wasted so much time and this and that. And the law works. I healed myself. I know I did. I healed myself from this mass that I had, right? I'm still here. But guess what? It's because my time wasn't up. If I did nothing and I remember I would envision all the time before I even knew what the 4D really was, or SATs or any of that. And I would just imagine myself always being healthy through the whole thing. And that's what happened. But if I would have done nothing and just let it go, of course it would have killed me eventually. So I'm telling you, if it would have been my time though, no amount of anything was going to help me, because I already had that contract that my life would end at this certain time and date, and I would be out of here, even though time is linear. In human time, I had this already set in stone, and it's my exit pass. I'm out, right? So that's how I look at it. That's why I look at, you can manifest healing and you can manifest premature death, but I do not believe when it is actually a soul's time, their actual time, that can be prevented in any way. All right? Because you don't have that kind of power. All right? Yeah, everything is you, and you are connected to source, but so is everybody else's reality, right? So we knew that coming in. When we chose to come here and live this experience, we knew what we were doing when we were going to exit as well. Because we might live forever, but the human body that we are in, this shell, does not. And it can't. We have to leave it eventually. So I hope that clears up any confusion. It should make a lot of sense. But just because you weren't able to manifest someone's out of death or close to it, doesn't mean that it's not real and that your other manifestations ain't going to manifest, because that's bull. All right? You have to understand that when it comes to God, you know, the higher power even above us, even though we're source, I am as well, you know, that even trumps us to a certain point. Okay? And that is my belief. Doesn't have to be yours. It don't have to be your assumption. But that should clear up a lot of this misconception. Well, if manifestation is real, how come I couldn't manifest so-and-so from dying? Because that was their choice. That was their choice of their reality when they came here, and death is permanent. Their consciousness is not dead, all right? They went on, but it is absolutely permanent for the human experience of the body, the shell. It's permanent. Does that make sense? I hope it does. See you guys later.